All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Sorry I got cut off in the last video. We're gonna start with the Narles Barkley video. I think it's called Smiley Faces. Okay, and like I say, you're gonna see a lot of things that have to do with time. And this is a band whose name has changed. It was like Charles Barkley. That's how you spelled it, Charles Narles Barkley. You know, I even think the Barkley has changed. You're going to see Barclay or something. Barkley. Notice the changes. Notice the people missing with the Charleston dance. Notice all this stuff. Go watch it yourself if this isn't clear enough for you. But we're going to start with that.
Well, I've made Narles Barkley my life's work. I've collected evidence, photographic evidence, and I know that he actually exists.
Well, it's rumors. Always was that there was no Gnarles Barkley.
We don't know what he was doing there, but we know that he was at the beginning of hip-hop. He was involved in Motown.
People thought it was a fake name. They put on recordings that they didn't really like or they're embarrassed to release. Fake name like John Doe, Melvin Corpuscle.
In the 20s, there was even a dance named after him.
The only documentary evidence that we have are these two characters who claim to know him.
Warhol and he were friends. I mean, he is a phenomenon beyond phenomena.
When you look at it, it's very strange. None of it really makes any sense.
But what did you do? What did you say? Or did you walk or did you run away? Where are you now? Where have you been? Did you go alone or did you bring a friend? I didn't notice, but I noticed you were smiling out in the sun, having fun and feeling free. It might be terrible to know how hard this life can be, but you keep on smiling for me. What went wrong? Was it a story or was it a song? Was it overnight or did it take you long? Was knowing your weakness what made you strong? Or all the above? I love to see you smiling. And oh yeah, take a little pain just in case. You need something warm to embrace to help you put on a smiling face. Don't you go up into the new day with it down. Here's a summary of something that you can smile about. Say for instance, my girlfriend, she loves me all the time. But the hourly that she loves me all the time.
Showing Altamont here. The sacrifices at Altamont.
Phenomena of him being involved in all this music. He was the music of the last century.
It's a lot of hearsay. It's rumor, it's myth, it's industry legend. The truth is, there's No Narles Barkley.
He just disappears, man. Yeah.
Okay, you know, we got Dean Stockwell there and Dennis Hopper talking about the band, and you know they're showing you Altamont where there was sacrifices with the Rolling Stones, David Bowie, Thriller. This is all about time, you know. It's showing you Grandmaster Flash. You know, do they really exist? Are they gone? And they, like Dennis Hopper says, at the end. It's very interdimensional. Very very much to do with time and timelines. It's just very weird, that this band's name is changed, and it seems like every video I watch, there is some clue to this other reality. I mean, even the crazy video, which we're not gonna watch, but you got the Rorschach test, and you see Narles Barkley kind of looking at himself, and you see the band members looking at a version of themselves in the Rorschach test, and then turning into the devil. Watch it yourself. Watch the crazy video. It's two realities back to back. It's another clue. It's a code. I'm sorry, people. This is a code, and if you don't see it by now, I don't think you're ever going to see it. Now, let's get into this, okay? Try to get the focus to go here. Best. Okay. Okay. I don't know if it's gonna focus or what. Usually does. I don't know. It's not working for me, folks. Not working for some reason. Okay. Well, anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about Twin Peaks. And in the back, right here, I have the Twin Peaks. Welcome to Twin Peaks. It's the news site. Even though you can't see it right now. And, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Twin Peaks. Okay? Just to show you, I'm not joking around. I bought this. Twin Peaks, the entire mystery. This is highly, highly, highly recommended for anyone experiencing Mandela effects. This, Fringe, and Lost are about the closest things that you're going to find to what you're experiencing. What is going on in reality? What is going on with the demons? What is up with, the Men in Black? Everything. You watch those three series, and I guarantee you're going to see this whole world in a different way. And Twin Peaks is going to come back this year, and I believe they're already talking about some of these Mandela effects. And there's the thing. Here again, Secret Diary of Laura Palmer. Definitely recommend this too as a companion piece to this. Okay. This story is probably the deepest story that was ever on television, besides Lost, maybe X-Files. I got David Lynch's Hotel Room here, another good one. Okay, but anyway, I check this news site, which you can't see behind me very well. If I gotta push it back, and there's a character in Twin Peaks called the Log Lady, and the Log Lady, she has a very special part in the show. Every time before a new episode, her name was Margaret, and she would tell us you a little parable about each episode and give you an idea of what are the deeper meanings, behind the subtext of each episode. About a 1 to 2 minute, 3 minute poem, something like that, before each show. So she was kind of like the guru of the show, you know. And when we heard that Twin Peaks was coming back, you know, for a while there, there was some, you know, David Lynch met with the Showtime executives, and there was some unsurety as to, you know, could we pay him this much money? You know, give him total creative control? Well, no way. So basically, the deal fell through, and there was going to be no Twin Peaks. And you know, I'm checking the news almost every other day, every week, and you know, the log lady, who is about 102, you know, still lives in the town of Twin Peaks where it was filmed. She gets all the actors from Twin Peaks together in this big campaign. You know, David Lynch, or Twin Peaks without David Lynch would be like a cup of coffee without cream. You know, it'd be like pie without coffee, or you know, and on and on. And everybody had their own thing. You know, it's the sky without the sun, and blah blah blah. So, you know, I'm checking up on this every day. I'm like, oh my god, you know, here, everybody's getting together to make sure David Lynch is the director, and you know, this is cool. You know, this is cool to me. And this is a hard story for me to even tell because it's so personal to me. Now, you know, when I heard that she did that, I was like, oh wow, good for her. You know, and really, I want to see. Most of all, I want to see this log lady be in these new episodes. Really, really badly. So bad that I almost wished it into. I feel like I wished it into existence. If that is even possible, or maybe all the fans did, I don't know what happened. But so you know, she got all the, you know, Mrs. Coulson, her name is. She got all these people together, and you know, I wrote into Showtime, as did a lot of people, telling them that if they cancel Twin Peaks, that we're gonna cancel them. And sure enough, David Lynch got his deal. And right after that, about a week, about 5 days, 7 days later, just about a week after, the log lady passes away. Okay, she passes away, and I'm not joking about this. Okay, she was dead. She was dead. There was no way she was going to be in Twin Peaks. Um, you know, unless she had filmed something on her own. You know, like I thought maybe Bob might appear, even though he's deceased, because there was footage of him being Bob that hadn't been in the original series. You know, stuff he had done on the side. So I thought maybe the same for her, but no. You know, I go to check the news and go back in time. Here, maybe now you can see it. This newsfeed. Oh, no, I lost it. Okay. I go back in time in this timeline on Twin Peaks, and now all of a sudden, you know, this lady lived another 6 months after she died. And she does appear in the new episodes now, and she is in the new episode. Oh, you know, they're saying she just got to film, you know, some stuff before she died. She just happened to, you know, that's, to me, that's insane. Okay, Log Lady is a huge thing for me. I know it's not a big thing for a lot of people out there, but if you are a fan of Twin Peaks like I am, and you know what went on last year, you will be amazed to find that your wish has come true, and the log lady now is going to appear in this reality in Twin Peaks next year. So, you know, stay tuned for that. Watch Showtime for that, because that's going to be just so interesting. And I believe, you know, right now I'm sending Mandela waves to David Lynch, and he is a transcendental meditator, and I'm sure he could pick up on the collective unconscious and hear what I'm thinking about. You know, these are the possibilities of magic that might exist. With, you know, some people say CERN is responsible, and they obviously are darker magicians. Let's say, you know, it's just not something for me to be afraid of personally. I am not going to crawl back to a Bible that is a babble. Okay, a babble, a total nonsense, a total F up, okay? You know, I can't do it, you know? And what really scares me is a lot of religious zealots around the world. I don't know, you know, if like they say, if the Quran has changed or what's going on. But you know, these people are who don't have the word written in their heart are not going to know what is the word. They're going to go back to their Bibles or their books and look it up again and say, you know, it's always been that way. It's always been that way. We need to kill and we need to slaughter and we need to do this and that. And you know, it's totally harsh now stuff in the Bible. So you know, it's just a change here or there, but it's a big huge change, folks. I gotta take this call. Hello. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. All right. All right. Bye. All right. Sorry about that, folks. So anyway, like I was saying, you know, it's. I'm quite worried about how these people, you know, are reacting. What I see on the internet, you know, Christians losing their minds, their minds. They're going. You know, and it does kind of remind me of the Tower of Babel, where our language was totally confused. You know, I was 99% in the nation in spelling when I was a kid. So take it from me, when I say these words are spelled this way, they were spelled this way. There's just no way around it. You know, at least they were spelled that way in the late 80s, early 90s, you know, or these things were this way then, you know. Okay, let's go to the next one. The log lady. I mean, that's the log lady. And, you know, for all you who are not fans of Twin Peaks, like I say, you are missing out. You have missed out on probably the greatest television experience ever made. And you know, it's coming back now 25 years after the day of its cancellation. And like I say, for those who haven't seen it, you know, if you like Lost or whatever, now here's another one, another effect that I found. You know, this is a example of, you know, people back alive again, people that live longer than they should have. And here we have Annette Funicello. If you can see that. Let's see. Well, anyway, this is Annette Funicello's biography here. It says Annette. Now, Annette Funicello, she was, you know, worked for Disney and was one of my mom's favorite. She loved Annette's beach movies with the Frankie Valli. It says Annette Funicello achieved teenage popularity starting in October 1955 after she debuted as a Musketeer. Born on October 22nd, 1942 in Utica, New York. The family had moved to California when she was still young, and Walt Disney himself saw her performing a lead role in Swan Lake, blah, blah, blah. Right? Okay? So I'm just going to scroll down. I know you can't see it right now for some reason. The lighting is either screwed up in here, or I don't know, it was working a minute ago. Let's see if I can pull it back, get a picture. I guess not. So, you know, I go down to the bottom of the page. It says she and Gilardi divorced. Blah blah blah. Wait a minute. Okay. She and Gilardi divorced in 1983. 3 years later, she married Glenn Holt, a racehorse trainer breeder. Within a year into her second marriage, Annette was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. She hid her condition for 5 years before making a formal announcement in 1992. which I remember, my mom remembers. Okay. For fear that her uncontrollable movements might be characterized by drunkenness, she became the most famous spokesperson for the disease. Annette's life was filmed as a TV movie with a dream, a wish your heart makes, the Annette Funicello story. In 1995, co-starring her good friend Shelley Fabres, received a Hollywood Walk of Fame star in '93, and that was eventually wheelchair-ridden and went into complete seclusion. Now, to me, she didn't go into complete seclusion. She pretty much died around that time. She pretty much died around that time because, that was '93, and I remember by '94, '95, pretty much, she had passed away, and my mother was watching movies, on TV, and said, "Oh, it's too bad Annette's dead," and so on, But no, not here. It goes on to say, following a tragic March 11, 2011 incident in which their Los Angeles house burnt to the ground, and both Annette and husband Glenn were hospitalized with smoke inhalation, the couple moved to Bakersfield, California, a little more than a year later, and over 25 years after she was diagnosed with this long and painful illness, Annette passed away on April 8th, 2013. Now, there's no way. There's just no possible way that she just died. She just died. If you're an Annette fan, Funicello fan, please, message me. Tell me what are your thoughts? What do you remember? What do you, are you a Disney kid like me? Do you have these Disney memories? And at the end of the video, or maybe in the next video, we're gonna go into Disney memories, and it's going to get very confusing for a lot of people because a lot of people spent time in Disney World and know the lay of the land. And when I show you what I'm going to show you, you're going to know that Italy has changed. You're going to know there's just something wrong with the Statue of Liberty. You're going to know, there was no big Mongolian country. I mean, you got to know these things. Greenland wasn't the size of a nation, Okay, 25 years after she was diagnosed, Annette passed away in April 2013 from complications at age 70. To this day, her foundation continues to raise money to help find cures for this and other debilitating disorders, including Lou Gehrig's disease. Okay, whatever. Here I guess that's the reality. I wish I could get this to work here. Okay, so here we have Menards. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. It's Menards. Okay, in my reality, Menards always had an apostrophe in it. It was, Menard. Menard owned the store. It was Menards. It implied ownership with an apostrophe. That's just a small one that I saw the other day, and I'm going past Menards. What else do we got here? Let's see. Okay. All right. Let's go on. Let's see if I can find this image here. Okay. Okay. I'm going to show you this Fort Wilderness Beach. I don't know if it's going to show it in this video. But, when I went to Disney and the Fort Wilderness campgrounds when I was a kid, we walked down to the water. We looked out at Disney a little bit to the left and the Contemporary all the way to the left out into the water. And you walk down there and you get to the dock. The dock is in the middle of the beach. Now the beach used to be on the right side of the dock, and on the left side, if you went about a half a block down, there was a trail that led back into, let's say, by river country, I believe. Well, it's just not that way. And I was there in 95, 96, 97. Everything was fine. Everything was normal. I go back there, in the last 5 years, twice. Everything is mirror opposite on this beach. And, my brain said, well, Disney must just have that much money, just watch this video and we'll go back into it. Okay, when I was there last, this dock over here, this at the end of the left side here wasn't even there. So they must have just built that, or the reality's changed a little. Now you can see all these chairs over here on the left side of the beach, facing the water. Okay, we all swam on the right side. Why would they pick up these chairs and move them over here when you can't swim in this water? Because it's contaminated, folks. It's contaminated with the flesh-eating bacteria that'll get inside your ear or your nose or any hole in your body, swim up into your brain, and eat it from the inside in 48 hours. You better get to a hospital if you're in this water. Yet, you know, we're told that a father let his child wade into this water here, where some alligator magically came up and picked him up and brought him away. I'm gonna get into that next. We're gonna go into the whole shooting and everything, and we're gonna just dissect that. But right now, we're focusing on Mandela effects, and this is a huge one for me. Like I say, you know, this whole beach. Now, on the other side. On this side where the beach is, there used to be trees almost up to here, you know, with a little sandbar in between, basically. And somehow these trees have moved all the way to the other side and are replanted all perfectly mirror opposite on the other side, folks. I'm not joking with this. Why would you move a beach you can't swim in? Okay, hopefully he's going to get to the other side of the dock, and we're going to see an empty beach on the right side, an empty beach. For all my family members, do you remember the beach being on the left or the right? Does Disney have just that much money that they're going to move this beach for no apparent reason? No reason? You can see the Fort Wilderness sign right there, and you can see the trading post in the back. Right? All the carts are parked. We all know this. Now we're going to continue on, I think, to the right side, thankfully, where the beach used to be. Now there is a fence here that didn't exist before. Possibly just built the fence. I don't know. Well, you only saw it for a minute there. I don't know what this guy's doing. Okay, this guy seems to be going just back towards the left. You know, and like I say, you know, these trees are out to here at least, about halfway out. Well, back here there was a trail. Used to be a trail. Now it's on the other side. It goes into the 2 and 300 loop. I mean, tell me, family, do you remember this way? Am I insane? Do I deserve to be locked up? What? You know. You can hear the Disney music there. Always present. You know, in the trees, coming out of the trees there. Just very interesting, folks. Like I say, nobody's on this beach. You see nobody here. Beautiful day. You can't swim in the water. Why would someone pick up these chairs and move them over and clear all these trees away and all this sand? It's always been that way, folks. I can't seem to find any article that ever said that Fort Wilderness moved the beach or Disney moved any beach anywhere. The article just doesn't exist, and there's people on Mouseears, I think.com, and some of these Disney sites that keep up on this stuff. Every time there's a change at Disney World, there's a fan that knows about it. Okay, now this was a huge change in my brain. A couple years ago, it didn't know about Mandela effects, and it just went, must just have that much money. Must just blow money for nothing. Disney must blow money for nothing. This is not the case, folks. This is my only actual physical reality geographical change that I observe myself. And like I say, anybody that's been to this park over the years and been to Fort Wilderness, you're going to remember it one way, hopefully, and it won't be that way. It won't be that way. Okay? You get the point, I think, with this. So, anyway, you get the point with that. I got maybe three more things I got to show you before I sign off for this video. Let's see, where's the hell is it? Well, I don't have it in here right now. But anyway, my family should be home soon, and I think the picture's out in the car, so I'll go grab it. But I'm quite the Popeye fan. As you can tell, got Popeye on the shirt, right? Popeye, right? Big fan, huge fan. Okay, been a fan all my life. Not a lot of kids like Popeye in the '80s, even though he had a movie, a little comeback. I was a huge fan for some reason. I don't know. I was born with a heart problem, and I've had 4 pacemakers. I'm on my 4th now. A couple of them have been defective, actually. But somehow I'm still alive. And any of you out there experiencing this effect, think back in the last year. Have you had a near-death experience? Because I certainly have had death. I would call it a death experience. I'm pretty sure I died, and I prayed to many gods I knew of, and I seem to be in some other reality now. And I can't believe that for the last year and a half I haven't been able to see this, or I'm paying attention to everything, and nothing's hitting me. Nothing. Hello. All right. So anyway, I'm a huge Popeye fan, and looking through the characters and this year, and there's a character that just didn't seem to exist anymore in my reality. A couple characters, but one really sticks out. I'll show you that in a minute. Please enjoy this music while I go out, and I'm gonna grab that picture, that Popeye thing, for you. And then I got a color that's changed, spelling. So, these are all new effects. I see nobody on the internet talking about these effects. So, See, I've already trained my brain for the new spelling of this band, so whatever. Apologize for the silence here, folks, for a minute. Okay, just listen to this. I'll be back.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so special about that place. Even your emotions had an echo and so much space. Ooh. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now. Who do you think you are? Ha ha ha, bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. My heroes had the heart to lose their life out on them. And all I remember is thinking I want to be like them. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. And it's no coincidence that I've come. I can die when I'm done. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe we're crazy. Possibly. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah. Maybe you're crazy. Yeah. Maybe we're crazy. Possibly.
Okay, folks, as I show you right here, This is a character that just didn't exist in my world, okay? And they're calling this Grandma Popeye or Granny Popeye, okay? Popeye's grandma, and it's just Popeye, and he's in a frock or a dress, and that's it. That's Grandma Popeye, and I know I would have seen this character before, and it would have stood out to me as odd, as bizarre. But, lo and behold, I'm the world's biggest Popeye fan, and, I just didn't know that character existed. Or the little dog I showed, some of these other characters I don't seem to recognize, but definitely not Grandma Popeye. There's just no way. There's just no way. And finally, in this video, I gotta eat. I got food that just came here. We'll get into the meanings of these things, in the next video. But I just wanted to quickly show you a color I found that just didn't seem right to me. And this was an effect I noticed before I knew about the effects. And this happens in a game, okay, that I was playing. It's called Child of Light on Wii U. Now, in my reality, we had a color, and it's called Turmaline. Turmaline, right? Turmaline. That's how you say it. Turmaline. And I always spell that Turmaline. Turmaline. Okay? So I'm playing this game, and part of this game is to build stones, and they're calling one of the stones a Turmaline stone. A Turmaline. Okay? And I'm thinking, goofy Japanese manufacturer, game makers, they don't know how to spell. What is this Tourmaline, I'm going to show it to you in a minute. And when you see the spelling, it's just the spelling don't make sense, folks. I don't know if you could spell out there, but I could spell. And I know this is a fact. Okay. I'll pause this game and okay. Let's see if we can get this on the screen here. When you pause, you go to this oculi menu here. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Craft oculi. Okay. There we go. Alright. I don't know if you can see this on here. There we go. There we go. See that, folks? Tourmaline. Tourmaline? Tourmaline? Not tourmaline. Turmaline. Turmaline, folks. Remember, Turmaline. Okay. I just thought to myself, oh, these goofy Japanese people, they don't know how to spell. What am I, stupid? Are we all dumb? Wake up, people. Wake up. Wake up. I'm going to eat, and I'll join you. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so that's all from Ben and Ben's Hideout. Until next time, this is Ben signing off. Peace and happy hunting, folks. And keep looking for those effects. Goodbye.